Reading through some tweets, and by the way, you can follow us on Twitter at Dave Ramsey if you'd like. And thinking about our last caller, there are a number of you out there that have not realized. You need to get the book by Spencer Johnson, Who Moved My Cheese? You've not realized that your cheese got moved. We used to live in an economy that was so grotesquely prosperous, I mean that in a good way, that honestly you could do a really bad job of interviewing. You could use almost none of your skills and still land a job and feed your family. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. And so in order to land a job, in order to change careers, in order to do something else out there today, you have got to really address you. You can no longer spend your time figuring out who can't dance or who got thrown off the island. You now have to spend time on self-improvement. You have to improve. You have to dress better, you have to look better, you have to smell better, you have to have better people skills, you have to have better grooming. You have to make yourself marketable. The landscape is too competitive to allow you to have anything but excellence and be able to feed your family and prosper. Any little blind spot that you have will now hold you back. The marketplace is merciless. It has no mercy. I'm not merciless. The marketplace is merciless. And so your new reality is that a personal level of continued excellence and continued personal growth is required for you to exist, not only to prosper. Used to, if you did that, you'd prosper. Because you were in a land of people, you were living in a land of mediocrity. Mediocre now is starving to death. And so you don't have a choice. You got to bring your A game. You got to get up every morning, look in the mirror, and go, game on. Game on. You got to make the place that you work so glad that you are there, that they cry when you leave to take a better job because your competitor hired you away, because you're so excellent, because your performance, your people skills, your humility, your attitude, your confidence, your competence, your appearance, everything about you screams excellence and success. It's your only option. And part of that is your process for looking for work as well. Dave, I filled out 500 job applications. Well, that's just stupid. Don't do that. Just continually sitting online and filling out applications. Let me tell you how many jobs that's going to get you. 0. Dave, for 3 years, I've done nothing but fill out applications. Well, obviously that's not working for you, is it? And the days of filling out applications are gone. Most companies are like mine. Let me tell you about our little company. Last year, we hired 37 people. We had over 3,000 people apply for those 37 jobs. 3,000 people. Do you think we interviewed 3,000 people? No. Did we miss some people? Yes. But it's physically, logistically freaking impossible for us to do anything but other than weed through that. You just can't get to everybody. And that's what most companies are facing. So when you fill out an application, you become a needle in a haystack. And honestly, they're not that good at finding needles. Some of them can't even find the haystack. So how do you jump to the front of the line with the S ripped open, S showing from your ripped open shirt where Superman has appeared on the scene to solve their problems? How do you do that? Well, you've got to do some things to set yourself apart in the job hunt. And sitting at your computer and filling out in your sweatpants and filling out job applications all day long over and over and over again isn't it. I filled out 300 applications. I didn't get a job. Nobody's hiring. Yes, people are hiring. I hired those 37 people. As a matter of fact, we hired 46 people. This year we'll hire over 50 people. But it'll be out of 4,000 applications. Percentage-wise, you have a better chance of getting into Harvard. So how do you distinguish yourself? You got to do something to set yourself aside. Set yourself up front. You have to, somehow pour gasoline on yourself and set yourself on fire. That's a metaphor, stupid people. Don't go do it, okay? Now, really. All right, so, you got to do something, though. You got to set yourself, somehow you got to be lit up, right? So how are you going to do that? Well, you got to read, don't you? You have to read some books. Let me give you a couple to get immediately. Go get Quitter by John Acuff and read that book. Get Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson and read that book. Both of those are quick reads. You'll read both of them very, very quickly. Get Dan Miller's book, 48 Days to the Work You Love, and follow his step-by-step procedure. Get Bob Beaudine's book, The Power of Who. And let me tell you about that book, okay? Bob's a sports agent. And you know how he gets somebody a job as a coach at a major university? How he gets somebody a job as a coach at in a pro situation? You know how he does that and gets paid for it? They don't fill out applications, do they? He picks up the phone and he calls one of his friends. Well, Dave, I don't have any friends in my industry. No, but you have friends. And those friends have friends. And, there's a 6-degree separation between you and everybody else. Maximum. You probably know someone that works at that place that you want to work for. And our number one hiring process is somebody that knows somebody, and it's internal referral. Well, you got to know people. Yeah. You know what? I got excellent people here. And when excellent people recommend people, you know who they generally recommend? Other excellent people. They don't recommend their deadbeat friends because they don't want to work with them every day. They don't recommend their crazy friends because they don't want to work with them every day. But did you know that the husband or the wife of the spouse that your kid plays soccer with on Saturday morning who's 4 years old probably can make the connection to get you that job? And you got a whole lot better chance doing that than you do filling out 500 applications sitting there in your sweatpants. Oh, and by the way, how you act while your kid's playing soccer will probably have an effect on whether you get that job or not. It's called people skills. They're 4 years old. Act like it doesn't matter so much, because it doesn't matter so much. How you coach someone's kid, how you interact with a teacher whose husband happens to be the vice president of the company you're trying to go to work for. I don't know. Maybe people skills have more to do with success than grade point average. What do you think, America? And you're exhibiting no people skills when all you do is sit in your sweatpants and fill out applications on the computer all day long. We've got a whole generation that thinks the computer is the gateway to heaven. And I'm sorry, I love the internet, but it's not going to get you your next job. Your people skills are, and you know someone that knows someone that's going to get you in the door there, at least for an interview. And then if you go in and you actually shaved, brushed your teeth, and combed your hair, and had it cut before you went. There was a day when you went on a job interview that you dressed like it. And you thought about it. I'm amazed these people come in with their drawers hanging down to their knees and they expect to get hired someplace. I'm sorry, that may work if you're interviewing for a punk rock band or a rapper or something, but it's not going to work in most companies. They don't hire... Have you ever had a banker come out and didn't have a belt on? I mean, really? It doesn't happen much, does it? That's a funny thought. Go in Bank of America next time the guy's drawers are in his knees. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Probably fit in there. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you rappers down. I apologize. Oh, my gosh! Use some common sense, America! That's what he's saying. So here's the deal. The idea of you showing up and fogging up a mirror and you're going to make a living doing that, and you bring all your dysfunctions to the table, it's over. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. The marketplace no longer tolerates your BS. You're going to have to learn to act right. Oh, now that's a challenge. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
This program is designed to provide